Testing 1, 2. All right, I think we're good. I'm gonna just leave it recording now.
All right.
All right, now when you saw Thor?
When did I see it?
Yeah.
I saw it when it came out. Shortly after it came out.
Oh, I thought you meant recently, dude.
No.
Oh, okay. Dude, tell me about that freaking movie, man. I sat there like, I didn't watch that with you, or did I? No. But when did I go see that? I know it was around the same time. Because I know Esmeralda was saying, like, I don't want to go see that movie and stuff. And I was like, all right, now please, let's go watch it. And then we ended up going to watch it because she hates superhero movies. Uh-oh. But we went, dude, I freaking loved it, man.
I did too.
Dude, I thought it has to be one of the, if not the funniest, one of the funniest movies Marvel has ever done.
I put it right behind Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
That's where I'm like, okay, all right, for real, tell me. Guardians or Thor? Which one's better, you think?
Thor?
By
far.
Movie or just like funny?
Movie.
Really?
Yeah. The storyline was way better. They really had a lot more of character development. The whole thing with Star-Lord and his dad.
Yeah.
I guess because I already knew the story and they really didn't do much to change it.
Yeah. But here's where I think I'm the only one that's ever mentioned this. I kind of thought, why change the whole Thor thing? I'm not saying they shouldn't have. I liked it. But why did they change the whole Shakespearean thing? It's just because it's not making money. Not too many people liked it.
I thought it was just to show the modernization of it, the other side of it. That, yeah, he is Thor. Yeah, it's Shakespeare.
You didn't see him kind of like a surfer dude?
A little bit, but it was like, yeah, he's still Thor. He's still the god of thunder. But those stories were written about Thor over 1,000 years ago, but right now they're portraying Thor alive in the 21st century. So he is that guy. They did still keep like the bit of it, but it's also he's adjusting the modern day. And also, I think it was a big change, as in it was the era of the end of Asgard.
Well, ended. Yeah, Ragnarok.
They were destroying everything, and now he's kind of finding his place where he's at, not an Asgardian, not living there anymore. He has no home to live in.
Was Thor even goofy in the comics?
No.
Okay, so it was really, weird that the fact that they wanted to be all comedy now.
Yeah. Yeah, and the comic book, he even talks funny. He talked...
Yeah, he speaks like, shoot, I can't even do an imitation, like, oh, the hammer is very... Right. Okay, yeah.
Right, yeah, he was very much like that. He was serious.
I guess they just had to change it because, I mean, look, obviously it worked. And he's a funny dude. He's a funny guy. But that's the only where I was like, but you know what? It was weird. It was not weird. Now, is he supposed to be funny from now on? That's my thing, because he's funny in his movie. What about in this upcoming Avengers?
I think he will be. I think it's part of his character development, because in the first Thor, he was kind of like that. He kind of talked funny.
Yeah.
They showed he was like that, but as he hung out with the Avengers, he's been hanging out with Tony Stark and the Hulk and Hawkeye and all these people, and he spent a lot of time on Earth. And he's really changed.
You think that's why they made him more silly? The fact that he's more earthy now,
right? He's been spending years here. He's acclimated. He hasn't been on Asgard much, and he's changing to kind of what we are, and he's more relatable to us.
Oh. Oof! My dogs are going off. No studio, but I sat there. I loved the director, who ended up being, what's the name of the rock guy? The big rock dude.
Oh, yeah. I can't really think of it.
Hold on. Let me look it up. And this is why, look at this. It's so cool. That way I can have a screen right there and you can see. Look, check it out. Bam, in your face, son.
Right.
Which is a really funny director, man. He made a really good movie. Krog is the character.
Yeah.
And Taika Waititi?
Yeah.
Taika. Yeah. You still haven't seen this other movie I told you to watch?
No, what was it?
It was a vampire movie, but this one, The Hunt for the Wilder People. Holy crap, that movie's hilarious.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I was dying laughing, man. And I saw his other movie. There it is, What We Do in the Shadows. It's a mockumentary about these, not werewolves, vampires. And they're all roommates, and they have to live together. And it's just like nowadays. And some of them are not as powerful. Some are. How come my internet sucks today, man? It is a really funny movie, man. I highly recommend it. Yeah, you got to check it out. That one and The Hunt for Wilder People. He has some other movies. Boy, I haven't seen it. I want to see it. that one right there, Boy. And there was some other one. I Green Lantern. Oh, never mind. I thought he was directing Green Lantern.
Oh no!
I was like, what? Which, by the way, did you hear about the extra scene that they didn't show and that they were supposed to show the big Green Lantern and the other skinny bird-like Green Lantern at the end of Justice League? They were supposed to show that.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, no, it's not out, and I don't think it'll ever be out. But that was filmed and everything, and I think it was in that scene when Alfred showed up and was like, "Let's just wait. What did he say? Like, he told me you might come. Let's hope you're not too late."
Right.
And people speculate that might be the two Green Lanterns that they came to visit Bruce Wayne at the end of the movie. God, dude.
They were in the beginning.
Yeah, they were in the beginning. I don't know who that was, but they were. He was in the beginning
when they were fighting.
Yeah. What's the? Yeah, dude. I can't wait for you to see my review because I specifically said that villain is forgettable.
Right.
Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf.
Yeah, freaking sissy dude.
When they were fighting him in the beginning.
Yeah.
Talk about that. Was he not the worst possible villain?
He just had no.
For Justice
Bro,
League?
seriously. I mentioned this in my other video. If I didn't already know that he was the nephew, but they turned him into the uncle of Darkseid, this movie wouldn't explain that.
Right.
And the strained relationship that they have. The fact that he wants to get out of the heel of Darkseid. So, yeah, he has to come, he has to take over, but he doesn't really like it too much.
Right.
This movie didn't even explain that.
No.
If I didn't already know, I would be like, oh, okay. Like, I went to go see it with my brother-in-law. And he loves Superman and stuff, but he just doesn't know as much as I do. And I don't even know that much, but he just didn't know certain things. So he'd ask me, he's like, so what's this dude again? What's he want? And I had to tell him during the movie the backstory about it real quick, like Cliff Notes. He's like, oh, okay. In that sense, I still like Justice League. You didn't like you would say don't like. I tell people go check it out because I think they're just as fun as those Fast and Furious movies. They're just cool. Don't sit there and think. For some reason, correct me if I'm wrong, but people think these comic book movies have to be Citizen Kane, Schindler's List, The Godfather. No, but it's like they're fun. You're not always gonna get The Dark Knight. You're not always gonna get Iron Man and these great movies. Sometimes you're just going to get something silly and fun.
I think they really expect DC movies to be on the same caliber as Marvel movies, and they just haven't hit that point.
No, they haven't. No.
And I think that's where people are disappointed. They were expecting Justice League to be like Avengers, and it wasn't even close. Not even in the same ballpark. Not even the same game, really. And, and it's different. It is what it is. I felt like they developed Justice League way too fast. We had Batman versus Superman, Wonder Woman shows up, the next movie, boom, you have the whole Justice League. Marvel took time, over a decade, to introduce each character and explain them out.
They didn't have 10 years, though.
Right.
And they don't want 10 years. They wanted to go, now.
Right, but now they're kind of doing it backwards. Now they've introduced everyone, and now everyone's solo movie's coming out for you to get the backstory of them. I don't think it's going to go over as well. I don't think it's going to make as much money. I don't think it's going to go as far. But you see Marvel set up, they're going to finish Phase 3 here with Thanos, and they're already set up planning the next phase to jump into it with new Marvel characters and new things they're going to develop it.
Yeah, now
Marvel can keep this rolling for another 20 to 30 years.
Now they have Fox.
Right.
Now they have the X-Men and Fantastic Four and not Quicksilver. What's his Silver Surfer. They have all them. And the possibilities is endless, dude.
Right. They're doing it right. DC, really, I think they're just going to keep struggling until eventually they quit trying to reboot it.
And I think they went through 2 or 3 directors for The Flash.
Right.
And they finally have this these two guys. And they're usually famous for, comedies. And they finally got them, but who knows if they're actually going to, I think The Flash is going to be a comedy. Look how Ragnarok, we were just talking about Ragnarok, it's a freaking comedy. Guardians of the Galaxy, it has heart and comedy in it. Do you want some of that?
Oh, no.
You want this too? I'm not using it. This is definitely going to be a comedy. And let me see if they show Flashpoint. I like that.
Right.
It's going to be called Flashpoint. Who knows? And we already know Ben Affleck is going to leave. He's going to leave.
Right.
and Jake Gyllenhaal, I believe, he's gonna take over. Oh, you don't like it?
I don't like it.
I trust him.
I prefer Ben Affleck.
Well, nobody wanted Ben Affleck at first,
right?
And look how good he did.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal. He's not really. I don't know. I love Ezra Miller as the Flash. Dude,
he was funny.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Yeah, he was really funny. Very different from the show. You ever watch the show?
No.
The show's gangster, man. Show's really good. That dude, yeah, he knocks it out the park. This season, it's out of all the CW DC shows, I say watch is that one. That was the best in my opinion. It way past Arrow, which now I'm starting to get really annoyed with.
Yeah.
I can't explain to you why. Sometimes I have to rewatch certain things in order for me to get this is why I don't like it. But that is a really cool show. Now they don't have it up yet. I usually go to, I'm going to give a stupid plug, but I usually go here, joeblow.com. This is where I get all my movie news. And YouTube, and some other people. Let me see if I have it here. Oh, did you see that? Freaking new Hellboy.
Oh, wow. He looks older.
And it's not your boy anymore.
Yes,
Ron Perlman.
Yeah, it's Ian McShane.
Hold on. Oh, I can't find it. Oh, well, whatever, man. But yeah, listen, they restructured after Justice League. Dude, you know they lost a lot of money, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like a buttload of money. They restructured almost everything. The guy they wanted to be kind of like Kevin Feige, which was, what's his name? Jeff Johns. Mm-hmm. He was really, I don't read comic books as much, especially recently. But apparently he's a massive big deal in the comic book world. He wrote a lot of the really good storylines. So they brought him in kind of like to take over the stuff. And just because of the failure of Justice League, they stepped him down, and they put, I think, somebody who's in charge of their horror section in charge. Because look, they're what's the word I'm looking for? Like scrounging?
Yeah, they're
like
scrounging.
They're looking for something. And I forgot who said it, but an executive for DC literally said they just can't keep up with Marvel.
Right.
And why? I think they started too late, and they were very impatient. And one of the benefit things that they did with Christopher Nolan is that they let him loose. Yeah. They let him go. But it was a good choice. They tried the same thing with Zack Snyder, but he ain't Christopher Nolan. He ain't Christopher Nolan, bro. You're going to get a lot of CGI, a lot of slow-mo, and he likes that dark stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, just look at Watchmen. You know, some people love it, some people hate it. I love it, but it definitely ain't something where I'm like, oh, you know what? I can't wait to see Superman in this world because it's dark. It's really dark. And they put all the trust on his shoulders, bro. Mm-hmm. And the way he did Man of Steel, pretty cool. All right. Then he did Batman vs Superman, a little too dark.
Yeah.
So then I'm trying to see how I can explain, because when artistically they screwed him over, you know. He when I imagine like me designing something, right? I'm designing, it could be let's say a poster. I'm designing a poster, and they hire me specifically for my style. This is why we want you to be you. I'm like, all right, cool, you're fine. You pay me. I do one or two, and they're like, you know what? We want you, but we don't no longer want you to be you. Right. It's like, as a designer, it's a lot easier. As a filmmaker, I would imagine it's a lot harder, because this is who you are. This is your style. He does things dark. He does things like 300 and all these other things. Boy, you need coffee too. Yeah, I'm like yawning. I want to yawn so bad. What was I saying? Him. Come to find out, they were telling him not only does he have to be more funny, he has to change the entire tone. I mean, just imagine. You know what? I kind of screw myself up here, because I said you can't change the tone according to what everything was and think it was successful. But we just talked about that with Thor, and it was successful.
Right. In the first movie, he was like the traditional Thor. In the second movie, he changed a little bit more. He fell in love with the Earth Lady, and he came back and he spent time. Yeah. You know, and then you had two Avengers movies in between that and the the Thor movie,
Yeah.
where he developed so much more time spending around Earth people and hanging out with Tony Stark and getting a little bit of that arrogance on himself.
He was kind of funny in the second Avengers.
Right. He was hanging out with the guys and going to parties at Stark Tower and doing these things.
Yeah.
They developed that over time. They got you used to seeing him that way. And then he leaves, and now he's still that character, but he's back in his world where people aren't like that anymore. So it's funny because other aliens from other planets don't get his Earth humor that he's picked up.
Yeah.
So they spent a lot of time really developing that kind of subconsciously in you. So where he now, it would have been the same thing if they'd have just sent Robert Downey Jr. to War World. He would have been funny because he's not like them. No one picked up on his sarcasm or things he was doing. You know, that's what made it so funny.
Let's do Get Help. One of the funniest scenes. And he's like, I don't want to do Get Help. Come on, it's fun. Not for me.
Right.
He's like, Get help, get help. God, that was freaking funny, man.
Yeah.
He's like, it's embarrassing. Not for me. Definitely, bro. Yeah, I was about to say something that at the end of the day, bro, I'm just a fan. I've never made a full movie. I've only done little short films here and there. Nothing big. But I do believe Justice League did have too many chefs in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Too many heads.
It went too fast. It went too fast.
Well, bro, they cut it down to be less than 2 hours. It was closer to 3 hours, the original cut.
Right.
Now they cut it. Why? Again, I don't know. This is what I've read and heard, that they did that for more theaters can show it. That way more money comes in.
Well, they should have made 2 movies. Yeah. They should have built it up a lot more. But you introduced the Mother Boxes and Steppenwolf, and then the war with the Amazons from back in the day, and then all of the others. They could have made a whole movie about the pre-war from back in the day. It was supposed to be
2 movies.
With they could have started off with Steppenwolf coming back in the day and showed Queen Hippolyta fighting him, and the Green Lanterns coming to help her, and all the other people, and the gods coming to help, and everyone coming to beat Steppenwolf. That could have been a whole movie in itself. And they tried to cram it in there in 20 minutes.
It was supposed to be 2 movies.
Right, but I
don't know. I forgot why, but they did mention why they did that.
They just made bad choices. There's a lot of bad choices being made, and then just to pick Steppenwolf, you were starting out, and since you were jumping right into it, you had no previous villains to introduce. You could have came in with Brainiac. You could have came in with.
I think they're saving that for Superman.
Wow, you could have came in with Darkseid. You could have came in,
bro,
with Lobo. Lobo is a cult classic fan favorite. They could have came in with so many different villains. And you picked Steppenwolf.
So one that almost no one knows. I didn't know who he was. I had to look him up.
Yeah. I remember who he was. He was that little weird guy in the pointy-hatted green costume in the old comic books that was vaguely referenced whenever they went to Planet Darkseid. Apocalypse. Jeez.
No, what I was about to say, bro, they didn't even tease Darkseid. It's almost like
he mentioned him once.
No, yeah, but they didn't mention the fact that he's gonna come.
Right.
They start setting up the Legion of Doom. They're gonna set that up.
Right.
Which I'm like, all right, cool, bro, that's awesome.
If
but
that's
where's Darkseid?
If that's what you wanted to do, then the whole movie should have been about Lex Luthor playing them and getting the Legion of Doom together. If that's what you wanted to do, don't throw it in at the end because now everyone is expecting to see Darkseid, but now you're bringing in the Legion.
Just like how they had Thanos at the end of the Avengers, when you finally see him, he turns around, he smiles, like, "Holy crap, it's Thanos!" No, none of that. Yeah. Nothing. Not even like this is Darkseid. Nothing. Right.
Yeah.
Gone. And I'm so curious. We know for a fact. Originally, he was supposed to be in there. Darkseid was supposed to show up. There's a lot of stuff that was supposed to happen. Sucky thing. Zack Snyder's daughter died, right. And he tried to continue working, but he had to leave. Dude, I get it. But when your boy came in, Josh Whedon, and he got with the suit and ties, the executives or whatever, they changed everything. They literally, with the amount of money they used to do the reshoots and the terrible mustache job, which is not really their fault. They had little time. They changed so much, including the ending. And they cut out so freaking much. That's why I'm like, there was a petition to get Zack Snyder to get his version, come out and everything. And then last video, I gave props to this guy who, again, oh my God, dude, I'm sorry. I will put your page up again. I had to do it because I keep forgetting the name of his show. He pointed out that they do have a rough cut of Zack Snyder's, but there's so much CGI shots that were never done. So in order to get it done, costs a lot of money. We're talking about hundreds of millions. So you're not gonna do that for a movie that number one, you already lost a lot of money. Already lost. It was a critically and financial flop.
Right.
Why invest 100, even if it's $1 million? Why invest more into something that's already going way down?
Right.
So I don't think we're ever gonna see it.
No, you don't pump fresh blood into a dead body.
No, there you go. There you go. Yeah. We're not gonna see it, and it's a shame because I would want to see what he was gonna do. They even color corrected everything different. Have you noticed that from the first trailer, when they're fighting all the parademons and Aquaman comes and he lands on your boy's Batmobile and goes, "Whoa, yeah!"
Yeah.
Look at that scene from the very first trailer and then see it again, either in the movie or in the later trailer. Everything's different. The sky is different. They put all these different colors because Marvel has a lot of colors, right?
Right.
And Zack Snyder, he had everything dark and bluey and almost like desaturated. Now everything's bright, and even the Parademon's blood is all bright green and everything.
Right.
Changed everything. I don't think we'll ever get that Zack Snyder thing. I wish if I was a multi-billionaire, I'd be like, here you go, Zack. Here you go.
Right.
Like, just, even though I'm not a huge fan of what he's done, I want to see him finish, because there's no way he's gonna come back to this.
Right, and it just even they just ruined it. Like the parademons, it looked like anorexic vampires. That's not what they look like. I mean, they just.
Did you like how they looked in Batman vs Superman?
No.
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 You don't like? What version do you like? That big metal version?
Yes, that's what they look like.
Do you remember that cartoon we saw?
Yeah.
War, Justice League War.
Yeah.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those were huge. You liked them like that?
Yeah, that's how they were in the comic book.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's what way past me. I stopped reading comic books when all that was going on. What is it? War. This is when video would be helpful, because we're over here talking, and whoever is listening has no idea. Maybe I can put screenshots of what I'm talking about or what we're looking at. I'm not seeing anything now.
No.
Anyway, it was that golden armor parademons.
Yeah.
Instead of the... Oh, wait. Was it this? Is it this? Yeah, like that. That kind of looks like Goldar from Power Rangers.
That really isn't what they used to look like. Let me see if I can pull something up here.
Yeah, pull it up. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't see it. Why don't I just play it? Where's the other thing? Either way, would you even tell anybody to see that, dude? I told
not. I would not.
No?
No.
Not even like someone who doesn't know anything about comic books, don't really care.
I would tell them they could wait for Redbox.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, just to see it. Like, if you love visual effects like I do, bro, found it?
That's what they originally looked like.
Oh, 'cause that's terrible, bro. I don't want to see that.
No, but see how big they were, and they were more, something like that. Not a skinny looking tiny vampire thing.
I did like when they were transforming people in that flashback.
Yeah.
Justice League Parademons. There you go.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Dude, what is that? Oh, that's Batman vs Superman right there. Right there.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, it's all right. So you wouldn't tell nobody to go see it? I told everybody to go see it. I told them, go see it. Look.
I know you told me to go see it.
I said it's fun. It's a fun movie. Like, I left there wanting more. Definitely wanting more. A lot more. I thought it was funny. Aquaman was funny. Flash was funny. Okay. Let me ask you this. My opinion, all right?
All right.
Superman not the mustache stuff, but honestly, you gotta tell me the truth. Is he not the Superman more like Christopher Reeves? Like he's charming now. Like, you no?
He did better.
Right.
He did a lot better in this
than
movie.
the other two movies, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't serious. He actually smiled.
Yeah.
Superman's supposed to be smiley.
Right. He was better. They made him more human in this, in the sense that like he missed his mom and he went right to her and all that. And all that was great. And and he wanted to protect Lois. And then but this is the thing, they made him I like that they made him Superman. I hated that Doomsday killed him and that he struggled to fight Batman. That in itself was terrible. In this movie, he was more like the invincible God mode Superman.
Okay,
like
but that's storytelling. I'm talking about the actual character, how he played it. I think it was way better.
Oh yeah, he was way better. He had that confidence but it's hard. How do you play, the smiley, happy-go-lucky savior when you get in your...
Christopher Reeves did it great the first time, bro.
Right, but he was also... They made him almost God mode. Like, he spun the world backwards back in the day.
But he never lost that... I keep using the word charming. He was charming.
Right, because I guess it's easy to be charming when you're the guy with the answer. Last movie, he could barely beat up Batman. This movie, I mean, he came in and he wrecked everything. He saved everybody.
Okay, but you do know why they did what they did. It's because they looked at that graphic novel, The Dark Knight Returns,
right?
Which they did fight, and yeah, he gave him a run for his money because he kept throwing kryptonite stuff.
Right, I get that, but it was the way you portrayed him. Like he can barely beat Batman, and then he dies. So it's like it's hard to be the smiley, happy-go-lucky guy when you're getting your butt kicked the whole movie.
I do think they should have saved Doomsday for something else.
And I think they should have made him actually look like Doomsday.
What was that?
He was like a deformed piece of Play-Doh.
Dude, tell me he didn't look exactly like... Hold on, see if I can pull it up.
Oh,
the trolls from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, no, I was going to say he looked like the guy from The Goonies.
Yeah, he did too. Doomsday... Wait, it's one word, right?
Yeah.
And... trolls, because of course I'm not the only one who thought that. And of course the internet already put side by side. You see that?
Yeah,
that's Doomsday and that's the troll.
Right? Yeah, he looks just like it.
What a terrible Doomsday.
Yeah.
But yeah, they messed it up, bro.
Right.
They used him for the dumbest thing, bro. Look, that's how he looked.
Yeah, that's exactly how he looked.
They got that guy from
Hulk. It's terrible. I would now go ahead and look up what Doomsday actually looked like.
Oh my God, hold on. A Ninja Turtle. They compared him to a Ninja Turtle. Yeah, man, it was terrible. Yeah, no, Doomsday was a beast. Now I can see him slow. Look at this one. They made him look like Michelangelo.
That's funny.
It's retarded. All right, let me see. Where is it? What you told me to look for?
Just look up Doomsday.
Yeah.
Marvel. I mean DC, sorry.
All right. There he is.
Yeah.
DC. Yep. And he looks, oh man, look at that.
Yeah. I'm trying to look for
he looks like,
all right, go down.
Like the cover of a heavy metal.
Oh no, not him. That's something new. That's a weird thing. Go down and then over to the left, second to the left.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that's like the original Doomsday. That's what he looked like back in the day.
Yeah, he even had like those teeth claws.
Yeah, he had like
out of his mouth,
and it was like a beard of bones.
Yeah,
kind of like he had like that. Like even that. How old is that drawing? Who knows? But even that looks better than what they did in the movie.
Huh. Yeah, he's a beast. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was nothing like that.
Yeah.
Why change it, bro? Why?
Why
the hell? Why did he change it?
I don't know. He looked terrible in the movie. My first thought was like, did you run out of money or I don't know.
You know what? Their thing is they just jam pack everything.
Yeah.
They jam pack way too much. You have Batman versus Superman. That story alone was good enough. Then they threw in Wonder Woman just to throw in Wonder Woman, which, believe it or not, I was glad they did because she kind of saved that scene.
The movie, right? Yeah. She really did.
And then you threw in, I was like, Doomsday? Like, when I was watching that, I'm like, this can't be the Doomsday. Right. When your boy said, I forgot what he said. Oh, Doomsday. I'm like, please, no, not Doomsday. and I was like, oh God, why they did
Right. And then the way he came, the storyline, that wasn't even his storyline.
No, bro. Well, I get it. They're going to change some stuff. You know, we always say they're always going to change some stuff but make it better.
But you got to make it better.
You got to make it better.
But it wasn't better.
No, it was not better.
And look, can we have a Superman or a Justice League movie where they don't go back to the spaceship and put somebody in the water and try to revive him? Can we stop doing that? Time. Every movie, it goes back to that ship. The first Superman movie was about that ship.
They didn't even give us our mullet, black suit Superman. Oh, no. Which, in Zack Snyder's version, they would have.
Right.
They would have. They filmed it.
That was after they resurrected him.
Yeah, they actually filmed him in his black suit, and it just didn't come out. Dude, it's like, it leaves me just like JFK shooting. Well, we're never really going to know. We're never really going to see what really happened.
Right.
It's never going to come out. I'm sure someday Zach or somebody will have the... Are they fighting?
Oh, yeah, they're fighting.
Shh. One day it's going to come out. Zack Snyder's kid actually was the one where he commented how much pressure they put on Zach, and they thought it was unfair. And it was his kid who said all that.
Yeah.
And that's how I found out. But this, I don't know, man. It's almost like, you think reboot now?
Oh, yeah. I think you have to. And then the fact that they didn't even have the Green Lantern in it.
They screwed off bad the first time.
That was dumb. I know, but you could have rebooted it right then by just bringing in a totally new Green Lantern and pretending like that dumb movie never happened.
Yeah.
He could have just showed up to help you.
Yeah.
I mean, you already changed and screwed up everything else. Like, I don't know.
I'm kind of tired of reboots, bro, to be honest. You know, so many reboots here and there. I don't think
there's any fixing what they did.
I think they I don't know, man. Look, I don't have the money for these, like, this stuff, so I can't really think how they think. I can only talk like a fan. But I sit here and I'm like, maybe just stop.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Yeah.
Now, two things that it's too late to stop is Aquaman. Mm-hmm. Way too advanced. They can't stop that. Wonder Woman, already in post-production. No, not post. Pre-production. They already paid the director.
Well, now let's go back and talk about Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman by itself was an amazing movie.
She saved it.
She saved
it.
Everyone loved it.
You think
Wonder
my girl was excited to go see Justice League? No, she was excited to go see Wonder Woman.
Right.
And the fact that they did it right.
Dude,
do you want someone to drink? Right. I want someone to drink.
Oh, yeah. That'd be good.
Is he still here?
No. Critics are raving about it. They said his performance...
The Darkest Hour?
You know what it is, huh?
It's Churchill. They're in World War II.
Right. The story of him, and like when everything was stacked against them and it looked like they were going to lose and like everyone had given up.
I'm recording, by the way.
Oh.
No, it's cool. Talk about it.
He just... Like, it was about his leadership, that he stepped up, wouldn't quit, wouldn't back down, wouldn't stop, and how he motivated a country and the people to go forward, and just purely off of his leadership.
I knew he was like this big thing, Churchill. He's very famous, has many awesome quotes. I've seen a few movies with him in it. I didn't really see anything with just him. Now, I love me some Gary Oldman. The dude's a beast.
They said he according to history, of course, no one knows him personally, but what we know about him, Gary Oldman really captured who he was.
Really?
Yeah, they said their performance, like even historians were like, if he was alive today, that would be him.
Now, what really got me interested in Darkest Hour is because I'm a massive fan of The Crown, Netflix The Crown. And I kid you not, one of my favorite things about the entire series is John Lithgow. His portrayal of Churchill. Let me see if I can pull him up. Dude, man, it was so good. Oh my God! If you ever get a chance, please watch that. The Crown. It is kind of slow, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. British shows I find to be a bit more slower than American. It could just be me being dumb, because there's a lot of good American shows. Like,
right.
I've always heard, what is that show that I've always heard was really good, and I still haven't seen it all. The Wire. I hear is considered one of the greats. Sopranos. The Sopranos. That was a great show. Really slow, but it was great. All right, here, check it out. This is him. Let me see. There. Bro,
I love him. He's one of my favorite actors.
Dude, he knocked it out the park. And not because of this show, I want to go see The Darkest Hour. And got me excited. And then I saw it was Gary Oldman. I'm like, that looked like Gary Oldman, but fat.
Right.
I'm like, it's freaking him. But this right here, I recommend. Look, he won an Emmy for it. He did a really good job.
All right. So I pulled up the synopsis of the movie The Darkest Hour, and I'm going to read it to you so you can see.
Please do, baby.
What time frame in Churchill's life this is about.
Uh-huh.
It says a thrilling and inspiring true story beginning at the right at the beginning, the onset of World War II, as within days of becoming Prime Minister of Great Britain, Winston Churchill must face one of his most turbulent and defining trials, exploring a negotiated peace treaty with Nazi Germany or standing firm to fight for the ideals, liberty, and freedom of a nation. As the unstoppable Nazi forces roll across Western Europe and the threat of an invasion is imminent, with an unprepared public and a skeptical king and his own party plotting against him, Churchill must withstand his darkest hour, rally a nation, and attempt to change the course of history.
Shoot.
And that's one thing I knew about him. It was within a few days after he was elected prime minister.
Yeah.
World War II started.
Oh, you
literally
serious?
Within days.
Oh, that sucks.
You know, he came in, everything was good, and then I think it was 2 months. Germany was rolling up on their borders.
I want to see. You know what? I never seen the trailer. All I saw was pictures.
Oh, let's pause and watch it.
We can still talk. Look at that man. Darkest Hour. Oh, did I fast forward?
Let them see your true qualities.
My poor judgment.
Your sense of humour.
Ho, ho, ho. Your Majesty.
Mr. Churchill, I invite you to take up the position of Prime Minister. He's an actor in love with the sound of his own voice.
You need to reply to the Lord Privy's seal.
I am sealed in the privy. I can only deal with one shit at a time.
A bottle of champagne for lunch, another one at dinner.
Here's to not buggering it up.
Not buggering it up.
Joe, right?
We are looking at the collapse of Western Europe in the next few days.
You ask what is our aim? Victory at all costs.
You're suggesting we're somehow winning. We're not.
Is it true we're in full retreat?
All our forces are now at Dunkirk, where we cannot reach them.
They're pushing us
We gotta talk
into the
about that.
sea. There is the question of peace talks between ourselves and Germany.
Europe is still.
Europe is lost.
The Chinese.
You have the full weight of the world on your shoulders.
How many men will survive?
Go to the people. Tell them the truth.
We must rouse to an heroic resistance.
There's nothing patriotic in fighting to the end. Now is the time to negotiate.
When will the lesson be learned? You cannot reason with a tiger when your head is in its mouth. I take full responsibility.
Really?
Really? Yes, sir. It is the reason I sit in this chair.
Be yourself.
Myself.
It was a pill.
We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing ground. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets.
In the military?
We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender! For without victory, there can be no survival.
Okay.
They
Maybe we're gonna have to go watch this, dog.
Yeah. They said he was the sole reason Britain did not surrender to Germany. And I think it was two years later we won the war.
Snap.
2 years later.
Yeah, when the Americans show up.
Right.
Lucky him.
This was before we were involved. This is when they were trying to hang on.
Because they were having a tough time.
They were.
Yeah. Or they sat there with their tea and their crumpets. I'm playing.
But yeah, definitely a good movie. I think I want
Let's
to
go
watch it.
it.
I do. I want to so bad.
I need to see if I can, though.
Right.
My girl don't like movies.
Right.
Your girl likes movies, right?
She loves certain movies. She loves history. She loves World War II. She's seen every movie about Nazi Germany that there is.
Oh, dude, be careful, man.
I know. That's why she.
Wait, aren't you half German?
Oh yeah, I'm all German. I'm all German.
German.
But she's just fascinated with this. So I think she would.
You don't
love
like this
that.
guy, this so-called Churchill?
Right.
You don't like him?
So no, I think he was great. I think he was a great leader.
Yeah, dude, he was a beast.
And I love that they kept true to what happened. Like it's not loosely based on a true story. It is a true story.
Oh yeah.
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 So
Man,
so I think they're also going to show his flaws. He was a heavy drinker. Obviously, he had a lot on his plate. There were
was a heavy
days
guy.
where he thought about quitting. There's I think they're going to explore that. They're not just going to paint him as a perfect hero.
No.
But I think they're going to show what he went through and the trials he went through, and how he overcame.
I didn't even know you liked this kind of movies, bro.
Oh yes, yeah, I love these kind of movies.
Because usually all we talk about is comic books.
Yeah, so I mean, that's a lot of what's out right now. But
that or that?
No, comic book movies.
Oh yeah.
But I love this.
Did you hear Meryl Streep? Not Meryl Streep. Was it Meryl Streep? Wow, what a way to stop a conversation.
Right.
Somebody said that comic book movies is the end of the world.
Oh wow.
It's like the worst thing ever. I mean, I know there's a lot more worse things
right.
than comic books. Maybe the end of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Okay, comic book movies. Good thing. Go, Jesse.
Well, I like them. It's definitely it's nostalgic and it brings back your childhood. But I do think too many people get lost in them. Yeah. When to me, this movie we're talking about here, The Darkest Hour, that's real life. That's a real hero. He didn't wear a cape. He stood up and he stood up against what might be arguably the worst threat to ever come against the free world, and said, "No, we're not going to back down. No, we're not going to reason. Yes, we're probably going to lose, but freedom
go down with a fight."
Right. Well, freedom doesn't come without victory. His whole stance was, if we surrender, there is no freedom.
Yeah.
They're still going to come.
Yeah.
They're still going to do what they're going to do. Like there is no peace with these people. And I think he was the only one that understood that. I think everyone else thought, if we sign the peace treaty and surrender, they're going to leave us alone. Hitler never planned on leaving anyone alone. And so he said, you can't negotiate with a tiger when your head is in its mouth. I love that line.
Yeah, it was pretty pimp.
So I think
did you ever see the documentary The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich?
I did not.
It's a documentary only based on some voiceover of letters from soldiers, civilians, military people around the time. So if they're going, they literally show you the rise and what and then they show you the downfall and stuff. And all it has is just those letters that they go off. It must and no reshooting, shooting the place where they were in interviews, nothing like that. All with footage from back then. Just footage. Great documentary. And one of my favorite parts was when Russia got involved. Oh my God. As soon as it started, bro, they said, okay, now the Red Army started to come. And you're doom, 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 doom. Like the music behind it. And they show all these Russian soldiers dancing and stuff and then marching and getting ready because they literally messed with the wrong dude. Right. Stalin. If they think Hitler's bad, this dude is right there with him. Except he would also kill his own people.
Right.
He was a monster, and he was like, "Wait, you gonna come after me?" Right. They tried doing it during winter.
Right.
It's what a worst time. He's the one that really killed. People don't give him too much credit. Stalin, they talk about him a lot, but Stalin was mean. Yeah. He was mean. But yeah, people like this, I want to see that, bro. I definitely want to see that movie. Which, by the way, transitioning, because you just made me think about it, World War II. Why Wonder Woman wasn't World War II instead of World War I? Is that in the comic books?
Well, yeah, we see in the comic books they had her all throughout because she's an Amazon and supposedly has been around since the same time as the Greek gods. Yeah. So supposedly she's in the comic book. They would go back and.
But they have different versions of her, right?
But in the comic book, she would go back and she was involved. The Amazons were kind of involved in shaping history. So like they were like, oh, back in like 1500 BC, yeah, we did that.
Yeah.
That was us. They helped with this or they helped with that, or aliens were trying to invade. When they were building the pyramids and the Amazon stopped that. It was always something like she was from way back in the day because she hangs out with people like Ares and Zeus and stuff like that. In the comic book, those characters weren't dead. She knew them and they had a relationship.
Yeah. Okay. So was she around in World War One, like
Yes.
kind of like in the movie?
Yes.
And did she ever go to hiding just like in the movies?
In the movies,
I know she became like a diplomat. I think Diana Prince.
yes, she did eventually, but in the movies, in the comic book, she once she decided to leave the mascara, that was it. She could never return. She could never live there again. But yeah, she did go out, and they were in hiding. No one really knows about the Amazons except like the Justice League, and things like that. And then it all fell apart in a point where like there's a part where like Ares came and he took over the mascara. And he enslaved them all. And then, like, Wonder Woman came with the Justice League, who were, like, men, because you're not supposed to bring men into Themyscira. And they came and they defeated Ares and set everybody free and stuff. So, like, they did all kind of different storylines with that.
I know in the sequel she's supposed to be in the either 80s or 90s. No. When was the Cold War? 80s?
80s.
Okay, I think it takes place in the 80s. I don't know. Is this probably like a brand new story they're making for her?
Probably.
That's the only thing that's saving them.
Yeah, it really is.
Look at this. And they say that women are ruling the world, dude. They literally are killing it over there at DC.
Yeah.
Women. And now they're gonna have Captain Marvel.
Right.
Finally. Oh, and they got the Black Widow movies they're gonna work on. Finally. After a long time, they're finally gonna make it. It's like, dude.
Well, you gotta remember, half of their audience is women, and they want to see women superheroes.
Bro,
they want to see that.
Bro, seriously? It was really stupid for not involving women earlier.
Right.
Bro, like I said earlier, mentioned earlier, my wife did not want to see Justice League. She wanted to see Wonder Woman.
Same thing with my wife. But she wanted to see Justice
No,
League.
your girl
But
always
she was-
watched
right.
comic book movies.
But she was excited
Right.
about Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
She was, she was like afterwards, like I felt empowered, like when she charged the battlefield, when all the men were scared, and she stood up and she was like, "I'm woman, hear me roar," and she said it really kind of showed, but she also had the compassion of a woman. She didn't do it because they picked the fight with her because she wanted to win or because her balls were bigger.
She
did it because she saw people hurting,
and
she knew their families were on the other side of that field, and she's like, I'm gonna do everything within
God, that
my
was
power
a good scene.
for you, because it wasn't because. And he said, she said her favorite line in the movie was when she said, "We have to help them," and he said, "That's not what we came to do," and she said, "It's what."
Sorry.
When she said, "We have to help them," he said,
Yeah.
"That's not what we came to do," and she said, "That's what I came to do." And she was like, that's the heart of a woman.
Yeah.
Is that there were people hurting all around her, and the man was focused on his mission to go kill this guy because he hated this guy, and he knew if he could kill that guy, things would be better. And her eyes were on, this person's hurting in front of me right now, and I'm going to stop.
And she could do something about it.
And I'm right, and I'm going to help them. Like, that might be your mission, but I'm going to help this hurting person.
That was a gangster scene, boy.
And she said, and of course they made it cool, and they made it Hollywood and everything. But she said, and then it turned their attention. Because once she started, then everyone else was like, we're going to help these people. And she was like, that's what a woman, a heart of a woman does.
I did think that, I'm like, not one bullet's going to touch her, though.
Right. But then,
she got no pants on.
Right. But then she was like, Batman, you would never see that in Batman. Like, when Batman's trying to catch a Joker, he's going after the Joker, and he's blowing everything up along the way.
Yeah, that's true. Especially this new one who was all brutal.
Right. She was like, he's not like, this woman and children is hurting. We have to help them. Yeah. Let's stop what we're doing. And, he was like, men are always focused on the goal, and she was focused on helping people.
Yeah.
And she was like, and you saw the innocence in that. And it did. It was refreshing. It was something new. It's something you don't see in Spider-Man or Superman or Batman. So it was, and then they still made it cool. So
it was very cool.
That I think people want to see a lot more of that. I think she's going to have a big future. If Justice League flops, they can make Wonder Woman movies, probably 3 or 4 or 5 of them, and people are going to go see them.
Now they do have an opportunity to fix everything with Flashpoint.
And I hope they do.
I hope they do. Because in a way, it can be a soft reboot. Just what they did with X-Men. When Days of Future Past, They fixed all of it. They fixed the mistake they did with X-Men 3 and then X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Right.
They fixed all that.
Right. And I really hope they take the opportunity to do that. And I noticed they're putting her in Flashpoint probably because
they need
they need her to really want to bring the audience.
But also she is in Flashpoint. Remember that. She's supposed to get with Aquaman, but I don't see him in here, so I don't think he's going to be in there.
Probably not.
You know, they actually filmed the scene where Flash saves Iris West for Justice League, and they never showed it. You remember that scene when he's pointing and he's breaking the glass in the trailer that we didn't see it? That's the scene.
Oh, wow.
God, it sucks so much, dude.
It did.
I wish it would come out. Please. I even signed the petition for them to do that.
Wow.
I think I sent it to you, but you didn't do it.
Maybe. I probably didn't do it.
Loser.
No.
Well, who's more of a loser, you or me?
Well,
the guy who's frustrated.
We'll let the fact that you signed an imaginary petition determine that.
Yeah, then it's never going to happen.
Right.
Can you believe they actually had, not a riot, but what is it when you get like signs and protests? They protested at WB.
Wow.
I can't do that. I can't go that far.
How bad is that? Your movie's so bad, people are protesting outside of your studio.
That they want the original cut.
Right. What you gave them, that what you spent hundreds of millions of dollars on, sucks. God. That's the protest. God. No one's protesting outside of Disney right now.
No, they're not. God, that sucked, dude.
Yeah.
That sucked. But going back to the whole women thing, when was the last girl fight on UFC? Oh yeah, was it Cyborg?
Yeah, it was Cyborg Holly Holm.
Yeah, you think my girl talking about women should be more involved in movies and things of that nature? Look at, for example, what Ronda Rousey did to UFC.
Right.
You think my girl cared about UFC? She knew I loved UFC. Never cared. But it wasn't until freaking Ronda came in. She saw this beautiful girl who was killing. She was breaking girls' arms. She was just rocking it. And, then what happened? She got knocked out, whatever. But now she started paying attention to it. That was me. That was me. She started paying attention to it. Now she knows who Cyborg. She knows who Holly Holmes is, especially since Holly Holmes is the one that knocked out Ronda Rousey.
Right.
Now she's sitting there like, okay, I wanted that. We're having conversations. I never thought that would happen. We're having conversations about that, and she's like, yeah, you know what? Amanda Nunes should fight Chris Cyborg, which they're trying to make it happen. Ooh. Amanda Nunes. But Cyborg did say one thing. He's like, okay, that's cool, but I'm not just going to spend the rest of my career beating up 135s. Because they all come from 135.
Right.
Build her division. They show I forgot who showed it, but they showed the roster of 145, and it just says Chris Cyborg at the top.
Right.
There's no women.
Right.
No women. So I'm like, just start building it up. But yeah, that's another reason why you should get more women involved, because I always use that UFC thing as an example.
Right.
And now look at this. Look at this. Freaking Wonder Woman, killing it. The only good thing, saving grace that DC has.
They ought to just go ahead and sell it to Disney. So we can
just
get a
make
good
everything
movie.
better.
Right.
Oh my God, dude. God, this thing's going to own everything, are they?
They will eventually. I believe in the next 20 to 30 years we'll see that. It'll just be Disney. They'll have a monopoly.
Disney is going to take everything out of Netflix that they own, right?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, they're going to do that. And because they wanted to create their own streaming service. Now that they bought Fox owns Hulu. Hulu's going to become that Disney thing.
Yeah.
If they call it like Disney's Hulu or just a Disney and just transfer everybody, and what does Hulu have already? Hulu already has live television. It already has all these shows. Now they're going to have everything Disney. Everything Disney, including Marvel. Hulu's going to have all Marvel stuff. Dude, they're going to take over the world.
They are.
This is the first time I see Netflix. It's like, oh, dude, be careful.
They are, and really wanting to transfer over is not transfer over, but just transfer the conversation over to that. You see a lot of that now, the way the world's going in the economy. It used to be everybody was like against monopolies.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted one person to have everything, but now people are like, our generation, really, Generation Y or, the millennials, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. We're
kind of like, well, if one person is the best, let them have it all. And we're really starting to see a whole lot of legalized monopolies happening.
You don't like it?
It's you're starting to see it a lot where maybe it is beneficial if you hold them accountable.
Yeah.
as far as price gouging and things like that.
Yeah.
To make them be fair. But if one person really is the best at something, why do we have to allow 3 or 4 competitors to exist in the market if you're getting either Avengers or Justice League? Fox and WB, well, not Fox anymore, but WB exists because Disney has to have a competitor legally. That's why they're still there. That's why they haven't folded up yet, because the government won't let them. But why am I forced to watch a crappy movie because of that? If Disney can make Superman better, give Superman to Disney.
Yeah. Well.
So that's kind of where I'm at with it. But because you don't have to worry about with Disney because they believe in excellence and they strive for it. They're not gonna cut out all their competitors and then say, okay, well now we're gonna make crap movies because we're the only one. No, they're gonna keep going. They're gonna keep raising the bar. They're gonna keep making excellent movies.
Speaking of, did you see Coco?
I have not seen.
Oh my god, bro! Jeez, how in the world is Pixar this good? Pixar Disney, dude. My girl was in tears.
Really?
Dude, it's a beautiful movie. Predictable. I was able to figure everything out, but wow, was it fun! Go see it. This is a really good movie. Go see it, or wait for Redbox or whatever.
The last one I saw was the Moana one.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's alright.
I still haven't sat down and watched it because when I did it, it's like we were with friends and we were talking and stuff. So I gotta watch it again. I
didn't like The Rock's character in it. I thought it was dumb.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, but it was really popular.
Eh.
It was really popular.
Maybe with little kids, I could see how they could think it was funny.
No, like adults, they liked it just as much as like not Frozen, because Frozen was massive, but what is it, Tangled and stuff, all the normal Disney stuff. Yeah.
Speaking of that, Frozen 2 is coming out soon, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna rock the market again.
I don't know. You think they can hit lightning twice?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think they realized what they had until it came out, and they were like, "Oh shoot!"
Yeah.
And you notice it's taken them years to come out with part 2, and I think they're gonna put so much more money into it.
But doesn't it take also too long to freaking animate all those things and render it out?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. See, the first one, they were just planning on whatever. They were just like, it was a paycheck movie. They were just making money. They were keeping the cash flow in. And it blew up so much, like they said, they made so much more money than what they actually put into it.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't even put in that much effort.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't even that cold.
Right. And,
Frozen.
Yay. And it was,
I really don't know much to say about Frozen, dude. I've only seen it once.
We've seen it a few times. We have nieces and nephews. That's all they ever want to watch. And
yeah.
We've bought
still.
Still.
Jeez.
We bought so many Olaf stuffed animals and things like that. So, they're gonna rock it out the park with that. But it's just to show, even with something like that, Disney's not missing. They're not failing.
No, they're not. Jeez.
And so I do see, if you're winning in every aspect of the game, eventually you're gonna be the only player.
Is Cars good?
I've never actually stayed awake through it. I put it on with my little nephew because he loves the cars.
I've never seen any cars. Cars.
I've seen the first 5 minutes of each.
Yeah.
And we usually play it at night when it's time to go to bed. He doesn't want to stay up.
I hear it's mostly for kids.
Yeah. Well, he's 6 now. So from 3 to 6 years old, we've been watching him. And he'll just... he'll put it on, and I'll fall asleep. And if I wake up, he's like, his eyes are still glued to the screen, like he hasn't blinked. Like, they love it. I don't know.
Well, it must be successful if it got 3 movies out of it.
Right.
I gotta watch it. But it's the fact that it's Cars. But I can't say nothing. I sit there watching cartoons all day.
Right.
So what am I to say? Oh, I don't want to watch talking cars, but whatever. I'll see. I'll check it out one day. So when we gonna go watch Darkest Hour?
Oh man, maybe this weekend or next weekend.
Man, I'm about that, dude.
I'm so about that.
Crap. All right, so to round everything up, Thor Ragnarok, you'll watch it? Tell people to watch it?
Oh, yeah.
Justice League?
No.
No? I say yeah, you say no.
That's a Redbox Friday night movie.
Okay, people should go watch. Well, we don't know if it's good. I'm just going to assume it's good. Darkest Hour?
Yeah, from what I'm hearing, and I'm definitely ready to watch it. And after we watch it, we'll come back and do another one of these and talk about it.
Yeah, break it down. Frozen, watch it. Don't.
If you have kids, it's a must-have.
Dude, who hasn't seen it?
Right.
All right. Well, I guess that's pretty. Oh wait. Are you gonna? Do you want to watch the next UFC? I'm trying to watch that.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely want to watch it.
Who do you have winning?
Oof, I can't really say his name, but I have your boy that just knocked out Overeem.
Oh, Ngannou.
Yeah, Ngannou. Okay, I have him winning.
Did you see that thing I tagged you in, bro?
Yes.
I tagged you. Oh my god.
And I saw
that dude's head almost flew off. Dude, he was knocked out for like almost a minute.
I thought he died at first.
Overeat,
I
dude.
thought his neck was broken.
They were worried.
Yeah,
I think he was in there too long.
Rightfully so.
He was his toes like cringed like just like that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I thought. I think that guy will win. I think your boy, the one that just came back from being sick. He was sick for a long time. I think he's the main event. The white guy with the beard.
Stipe?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He was sick for a while. Like he had worked his way up to a title shot and he got sick. Is that him? And then he was out for like a year with health issues, and then he came back and he's worked his way back up again.
You know what? I don't know that.
Yeah,
I don't know that.
I'm pretty sure. I'm 99% sure that was him. He had worked his way all
How
the way
funny
up.
would it be if you're 99% wrong and everybody's putting it wrong at the bottom of comments?
Oh man!
Hey, you don't get on your phone now.
I gotta look
no,
it up
but
now.
I did know. Well, he got hurt. This is why he hasn't been fighting for a bit. But dude, heavyweights don't last. You know, I think he oh shoot! Now I'm gonna be wrong. I think the longest streak of defending your title is 2 in heavyweights.
Yeah.
And right now, if he wins this one, he'll break the record, which I don't think he's gonna win. I think Ngannou's gonna win. If he touches you, you're gonna sleep, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I don't know. People used to say that about
What, Tyson?
Anderson Silva.
He messed himself up though. No, he wasn't knocking people out to that extent. He wasn't like a knocker out. Why knocker out?
Do you remember when he kicked your boy in the face?
Yeah, I remember that.
Rocked the world.
Vito Belfort.
Vito Belfort. Yeah.
It was very embarrassing. Every time I played the UFC 3 on Xbox,
Right.
Xbox 360, and that was the first image.
Uh-huh.
I always wondered if Vito's kids had Xbox 360. I want to play as my dad. First picture comes out, boom, your dad getting kicked. That guy's toes in your dad's mouth. I always wondered that. Yeah, I remember, but he knocked people out, but not like Ngannou, bro. I don't think he's seen the second round, bro. Hold on. Speaking of, you know what? I have the internet right in my freaking face. Let me do it. Francis Ngannou. There you go. I don't know how to spell it. Thank you, Google. Francis Ngannou, Wikipedia. I love this dead air stuff. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite.
Yeah, look, bro. Round one. You know, he went to the second round in UFC when he fought those. Who he fought?
Dos Santos?
No, Curtis. I don't know. Blades.
I don't know who that is.
He went to the second round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 5 times out of 11, he saw the second round.
Wow.
And look, KO, TKO. He got that's true. He got a submission. Kimura. TKO, KO, TKO, submission, KO, decision, submission. Dude, he's gonna win.
Which one is this? Is this 220 or 221?
I think it's 221, bro.
Okay, yeah, Stipe is not the guy I was thinking of.
Okay.
It's a different guy that's fighting in the card. But he had got really sick and came back.
Now, I tell you this, Stipe is a great wrestler, bro. And you remember what happened to Anthony Johnson when he fought Daniel Cormier? Oops, what did I do? Shh, hush up. He wrestled the hell out of him, put him to the floor, choked him out, ground and pound, and then choked him out. There's a possibility of that. I bought into the hype, bro. I bought into the hype. I think Francis Ngannou's gonna win. I think he's gonna tag him and he's gonna go to sleep.
Well, we'll see.
Tied for the most defenses in UFC. Yeah, right here. Look, he's up for it.
Wow.
To break the record. Look at that. Yeah, he puts people to sleep too.
Oh yeah.
13 wins by knockout. He's a monster, bro. Look, that's a guy that your boy knocked out for a long time. He knocked him out too.
Wolverine might just need to quit.
Yeah, people are figuring him out, and since he's not in his steroid stuff,
right?
He got all skinny and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, he was skinny compared to what he's still bigger than us.
He's still big.
Yeah, he's bigger than us.
No, he's almost as big as me.
Did you saw those pictures I posted? Because also with the picture I found of you, that I found pictures of me too, which kind of freaked me out. It's like, where'd you get these pictures?
Yeah.
Somebody must have been like on their Facebook and taking these pictures.
Yeah, I don't remember taking that picture.
I mean, a lot of people posed. It was a Father's Day event. I'm not gonna say where, but it was a Father's Day event, and you were there. I almost missed you because I didn't recognize you.
Wow.
You were skinny, dude.
I was.
You were skinny and had like a lot of hair.
Thanks.
What the hell happened to us?
I don't know, man.
You saw my picture?
We got old. I didn't see yours.
I had a little, I wouldn't say like a Elvis haircut, but it's kind of like it. You ever miss your hair, bro?
All the time.
No, really?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, I'm a little bored.
Right.
Like, I'm a little bored. But you've been balder before me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm growing my beard out now, though.
See,
So
look.
I'll have something. Ooh, look at that boy. He chunky.
Do you remember that?
No.
You don't remember this?
No.
You met me around this time.
I remember when you looked like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You were chunky.
Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Oh God,
wow.
I look bad.
You do.
There was nothing good about that, dude.
No.
In every sense.
No. You're much better now. I like you better now.
Yeah, thank you.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's terrible.
There's so many things to say.
I'm gonna put this on screen too while we're talking about it. I don't care. And I put yuck too and gross. I was like, I'm like between 5'7", 5'8", and I was like, that's not the biggest though. Let me put up the biggest. I got up to almost 230, bro. I was 220 something. I'm short, homie. Ooh. Yeah, you see it? Nina don't like it either. Oh, let me go to Facebook. You know what? I'm gonna do it on this computer. The way you can appreciate all the heftiness.
All the heftiness.
Hold on.
I mean, I remember.
Whatever. I'll bring it up on my phone. Who cares? Oh wait, I'm connected on this one. Look. Let me go. It's in my brother's account. Which I'm gonna have him do this show too. It's gonna be funny because I'm gonna have him and my other brother, and there's this terrible interview when we went to Honduras for that weekend. Do you remember? And we did an interview right after we got off stage, and we told the guy. Did I tell you this?
No.
Well, I told the guy. We all told the guy. All three of us. Talk to my older brother more, because me and my other brother Josue, we don't really speak that well Spanish. So he's like, okay, cool. Remember, it's very noisy. This dude's just a TV guy, and he's like, okay, here we go. It's live television, bro, live. And he goes, yeah. So we're here at the concert of Jorge Gomez and this and this and that. So how was it? Straight to Josue. We're like, dude, and he just asked, and we were hyper nervous. We didn't know what to say, bro. Josue ended up talking about how faithful my dad is. But I get more of the jokes. I gotta get more of the jokes because I, for some reason, started talking about his kidney disease. Dude, it was so bad. There it is.
Lame.
I think this is the worst I've ever seen in a picture.
Oh. I didn't recognize you for a minute.
That's me, homie. I think that's when I was like close to 230.
Oh, can I say something really mean?
Go ahead.
Looking at that picture, you and Josue switch places.
Everyone tell him that, dude. Everyone tell him that. He was a lot smaller, bro.
Ooh.
Yeah, you completely. He knows.
Oh.
Don't care.
Everyone cares.
Huh?
Everyone cares.
I think he does. He's lying. Oh, look at Pete.
Look at Pete.
I'm trying to have him come to this too.
I ain't seen Pete in forever.
Oh, he's the man. He lives in Hammond now, bro.
Oh, wow. And he drives all the way down here for work?
No. His work it moved.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it moved over there. So he just decided to. Yeah, that's me. All right, bro. I think we're going to call it. It was pretty good. First time. No video, but at least audio. But it was pretty fun, right?
Yeah.
It's all right. It was at least being dumb, talking about movies and UFC and stuff.
Oh, yeah. It needed to happen.
I'm talking about me being fat. Anyways, all right. Well, I guess that's it.
That's it.
All right.
Till next time.
Later. So, guys, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to Masiso YouTube channel.